Hello everybody, this is Perez Hilton. I don't have an olive branch, but I do have this plant with an angel, and I extend this to Christina Aguilera. Today, Christina Aguilera was on Andy Cohen's Sirius satellite show, and she talked to him about the Bionic album era. And she blamed me for that album not doing well. On one hand, it's very flattering that she would blame me. Do I have that much power? If the music was sensational, wouldn't it have still gotten out there? That's just one theory, one school of thought. I will own it. I will take the blame because I know that I was awful back then, and I was especially awful towards her, giving her all sorts of nasty nicknames and just being so unkind and such a miserable douche. So, I have apologized before, and I sincerely, truly, deeply want to apologize to Christina Aguilera for everything I did surrounding the Bionic era. And I also want to let her know the truth about what happened. And I don't think I've ever spoken about this before, because what Lady Gaga told her is not accurate. Okay? Now, you know I keep it real. Always. I don't lie. So what I'm going to tell you all is the truth. And the truth is complicated. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, when Bionic came out, Gaga and I were amazing friends. To recap, if you don't remember that story, I was friends with her before she was famous. She used me. She became the biggest pop star on the planet at the time. Fame really got to her head. She became awful and miserable and mean, truly, to not just me, but everybody else that worked with her at the beginning. From Lorianne Gibson to Troy Carter to Matt Williamson. The list goes on and on and on. Okay? That's just the truth. If you were to ask her about me now, she would probably say, yeah, do we need to go into the specifics of it? We were in Australia. I was interviewing her for a TV special. I asked her about her boyfriend, and that set her off. I wasn't trying to make her look bad. The fact that I even asked her about her boyfriend, oh my God, she stormed off and then refused to do any more filming. I had to bend over backwards and grovel and cry to get her to finish, and all of these people had flown to Australia to record with her. But anyways, this isn't even about her and what happened with me and her. I've talked about it before. This is about Christina Aguilera. So, at the time, and Christina may have never told, and Gaga may have never told Christina this, okay? At the time, Gaga, listen, I'm gonna be super honest and super explicit. She never said, oh, you should write something about this, or oh, you should write something about that. But she and I would talk every day, all the time. We would talk on the phone, back when people still talked on the phone, for hours a day, at least an hour several times a week on the phone. I'm not exaggerating. I would see her in person all the time. We would text daily throughout the day. So she would be texting me all the time, like, oh my God, did you see what Christina did? Did you see this? Did you see this? And she would repeatedly, consistently complain about Christina Aguilera. So she wouldn't say, oh, you should write something mean or say something mean or do something mean, but she was bringing it to my attention. She bringing it to my attention. And she knew what I did for a living, and that I was her friend, and that I was her champion, and I was, in my mind, protecting her and cheerleading her. And I felt like I was protecting her because it did feel at the time that Christina was straight up copying Lady Gaga repeatedly, from the VMAs to her music videos to live performances to everything. It felt like Gaga was trying to be, it felt like Christina was trying to be Gaga. And then there was like all sorts of behind the scenes stuff at her label, and at the end of the day, I am responsible for my own actions, and I'm not blaming Gaga. I blame myself. Okay? I screwed up. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I was awful back then. I was, and a lot of people enjoyed it. And that doesn't make those people awful. It just means we were all younger. I was dumber and cruel. And if I could go back in time and change things, I would. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I swear. I am wiser now, but I would rather be dumber and not as wise and not have caused Christina or other people pain. So I have a ton of regrets. And this instance, oh my God, this is like the apex of one of my problems. So many gay men despise me. It's true. I would say actually, and I believe this and I've spoken about it before, the majority of gay men do not like me. They're either thinking I'm embarrassing to them, that I'm a bad representation for the LGBT community, specifically for gay men, that they don't like what I do for a living, or they were Lady Gaga fans, or they were Christina fans, and they don't like me. And we can just learn from our mistakes. I think I'm not the same person I was back in 2008. I'm still sassy, I'm opinionated, but I don't think I'm outwardly cruel or hurtful. And also at the time, my intention was never to destroy her. I never thought I could or would and did. I'll take her and her putting the blame on me, but am I really to blame? I'll take it, I'll accept it, I'll own it, but I never thought I could or would, and that was never my intention. My intention was just to stand up for my friend. My friend was telling me all of these things. We were both also, Gaga got intoxicated by fame, and at the time, so did I, to be honest. I was dyeing my hair all sorts of crazy colors and drinking the Kool-Aid. Now I've got highlights, but now I'm a dad of 3, and I think I've changed a lot, and I don't give people nasty nicknames on my website. I don't doodle inappropriate things anymore. And honestly, I don't even think what Gaga did was wrong. I'm defending her. She perceived Christina to be slighting her, to be copying her. In all fairness, okay, I'm spilling a lot of tea today. In all fairness, back in the day, Gaga thought everybody was copying her. And she would point it out to me every time. And some of the times, I was like, I was honest. I was always honest with Stephanie back in the day. Some of the times I'm like, no. And the other way around, oh my God, I just had a flashback. I was always honest with her, and when she would copy somebody, I would let her know. Like around the same time of the Australia interview, 2011, there was this new artist named Porcelain Black who had her hair blonde and black. And Gaga, after Porcelain Black, did the same exact thing with her hair. And I was like, oh my gosh, have you seen the singer named Porcelain Black? She's been doing the hair that you're doing now. I went there with her. And by the way, since I'm letting it all hang out there, while it was never an orchestrated attempt between me and Gaga to destroy Christina or bring down the Bionic area, honey, Perez is letting you have it today. You know what was an orchestrated attempt? Lady Gaga destroying Natasha Kills. That happened. Ask anybody that worked at Interscope Records. That happened. She put on a full orchestrated attempt to block Natasha Kills from happening. They were both signed to the same label. Back in 2011, 2010, Gaga was what Taylor Swift is today. And she's like this is not happening. You're working with my same people. She was livid, and she basically killed Natalia Kills' career. And I don't know if she still does this anymore, but back in the day, I mean, GaGa was so drinking the Kool-Aid that she not only thought everybody was copying her, she also prohibited the producers that she was working with from working with other of her competition. Like other females. Like, she straight up, this is true. This is, ask him if anybody can get access to RedOne. She forbid RedOne from working with Katy Perry or other pop girls. He made the exception for Jennifer Lopez because he had been working with Jennifer Lopez already. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna still do J-Lo. And actually, the only way that J-Lo happened, oh my God, I forgot about this. Oh my God, the only way J-Lo happened is because GaGa forced him, or GaGa somehow got on some of those J-Lo and RedOne songs. So RedOne basically paid GaGa off, gave her money to allow him to work with J-Lo. It's so wild, so crazy. I wasn't even planning to talk about all of that. I was just wanting to like set the record straight about the Bionic era and Christina and me and Lady Gaga. And you got a whole bunch of extra tea too. And this might piss people off, but you know what? It's the truth. And I'm not out here to take anybody down. I just want to be honest, okay? The truth will set you free. I'm Perez Hilton. Thank you for watching. I post all kinds of different videos on this channel. Hit the subscribe button, follow if you're not doing so yet. The links to all my socials down below, and goodbye.